A really efficient way to work your muscles and to get really fast results is to do what I call taking your muscles into the fire. Now, what I mean by that is basically taking whatever body part you're working into a contraction or into the muscles actually shortening and working and holding them there and not letting them release or relax. And then inside that static contraction, which is almost like an isometric, well, static is isometric, it means there's no movement. Then you lift and pulse up inside that. So you never let it release, you just give it a little bit of an extra up. Let me show you what I'm talking about with 3 exercises that I teach regularly. I'm gonna start with a leg lift. So I've got my bar here for balance. So if you wanna try these with me, it'd be really good so you could kind of feel what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna slide one leg out and I'm gonna lift my abs up and stand up super tall and lift the leg up. Now the standing leg is soft. Now, I'm raising the leg up until I feel the front of this leg contract. Now, inside that contraction, I'm going to pulse up, not down. I'm just pulsing up. So I'm keeping the leg. You can barely see the movement. One of my teachers the other day said, you feel it more than you see it, or you should feel it more than I should see it. So that's really a great way to say this, because I barely see the leg moving, but every time I pulse it up, I get an extra fire in the leg. And my leg is so contracted right now that my toes are actually shaking. And I am on fire. I physically feel fire all through the leg. So what we see in the studio with new clients that do these regularly is we see the leg go up and it's just like a bounce and a drop. Or worse, their knee is bent and then it's all in their hip flexors. So instead, we just try to get them to straighten out the leg, lift, and just an up, up, up. So it's a huge difference. Do you see that difference? It's barely a movement. So it's almost isometric, but it's not isometric because you are moving, but it's a very controlled lift. And then I'm gonna show you another exercise for the back of the arm. So I'm gonna step back. Now I'm gonna lean hinge forward and hips are square. And then I'm gonna lower my arm down completely straight. And I'm raising that arm up until I'm feeling the fire in the back of the arm. So it's in the tricep. So here, then I'm gonna lift up, up, up. Not down, just up. It's giving me that little bitty pulse and fire. And you probably can barely see that lift in my arm, but it's feeling like that little pulse is just giving that fire, fire, fire. So I might do that for 1 minute and be completely sore the next day because I haven't done this. Bend, press, or down, up. That's just a big movement. And I feel a little bit at the top of that movement, I feel a little contraction in the back of the arm, but it's a lot better when I get up into that arm and I lift inside that and I never let it release. The third example I want to show you is a plie, or a second position. So this is another quad exercise. So we're going to bend down, making sure the knees are over the ankles. Now I'm going to lower down. I'm holding something for balance. I'm going to make sure that I lower down and so that my knees are tracking with my feet. And I'm going to bend down and I'm not going to release this. So when I lower and lift, I want to embrace this burning in my legs because that's really good. That's what's going to get you results fast, is to stay inside that position, going down and up. Do you see how little my movement is? I'm not releasing the muscles. I'm not going down and up, bouncing up and down. I'm going, whether it's a little down or a little pulse up, I'm staying contracted and I am on fire, literally. So it's really, where do you feel the fire? And once you feel that fire, stay in that fire, embrace that fire, and you will change.